On the vast savanna next to the African jungle, under the golden sunset, the gaypard leopard stretched and roared softly, its supple muscles tensed like a bowstring. The golden fur with thin black stripes reflected the last rays of the day, emphasizing the speed and power of the fastest animal on the planet. Far ahead, a white-eared rabbit jumped through the young grass, its small nose quickly sniffing the scent of safety in the wild space. Gepard's eyes immediately narrowed when it detected prey. The muscles of its shoulders and thighs tensed, ready to break free. In the blink of an eye, the gaypard leopard rushed away like lightning, its forelegs barely touching the ground, a cloud of dust flying up behind its tail. The rabbit was startled, turned around and jumped into the dense reeds, hoping to hide itself from the predator's grasp. The sunset sky beckons the night, and the gaypard leopard rushes like an arrow, without hesitation, following its prey. The little rabbit dashes through a mangrove forest that looms on the edge of the steppe, the muddy ground soaked with afternoon footprints. It jumps over a small stream, mud splashing, creating undulating water trails under the last rays of sunlight. In the next leap, the gaypard leopard slips and the root ground collapses, plunging straight into the rushing stream. The cool stream bursts. The brown, turbid water swirls with mud. Gaypard's long legs can't touch the bottom, but keep flopping. It struggles frantically. Each kick of its legs carries away the white foam that crumbles in the fast-flowing water. And then, the gaypard leopard sticks to a rotten tree trunk lying horizontally under the water, its hind legs stuck and unable to escape. Its body sways, its breathing quickens. Its eyes slowly lose strength as it looks to the other side. But in vain, it sees only rain on the road. On the shore not far away, Mr. David, a middle-aged farmer, was checking the salt fields flooded by the rain. He was startled when he heard the sound of water breaking and a weak cry mixed with the sound of the wind whistling through the reeds. His eyes stopped, followed the sound, and then realized the scene of the leopard gepard struggling in the middle of the rapids. His heart beat fast with fear, but he did not hesitate to drop the hoe, take off his shirt, and jump into the stream. The cold water penetrated his skin, but his strong will kept him steady on the slippery stone floor. He touched the rotten tree trunk, held on tightly, and pulled himself and the leopard gepard toward the shore. The leopard, though exhausted, still turned to look at the farmer's hand with eyes sparkling with hope. It nodded slightly, as if acknowledging the help, then pulled its two front legs to try to climb up the bank. Mr. David used one hand to hold the hidden branch, the other to grab the back of the cub's neck to pull it safely to shore. The water was still swirling, but finally, with a strong pull, he placed the gaypard leopard on the wet sand. On the shore, he knelt down, turned the leopard's head up, and used a clean towel to wipe the mud from its nose and mouth to open its airway. He placed both hands on the leopard's chest, pressing rhythmically to stimulate its breathing until its breathing gradually became steady. When the leopard opened its eyes, its ears moved, and it looked at him with grateful eyes. In an emotional moment, Mr. David smiled and whispered, "You're okay, go home." The leopard's soft growl sounded like a thank you, then it slowly walked towards the bushes. From afar, the mother tiger heard her cub's voice, growled softly, and led it into the forest canopy. After urging the tigress to leave, Mr. David returned to the camp, sat by the fire, and made a cup of hot tea to warm himself. The tea smoke curled up in the mist that hovered over the steppe at night. In the following days, he often sat by the stream, waiting for a familiar figure. A few weeks passed, and one misty morning, the leopard gepard appeared on the bank, quietly looking at him. He waved, and the cub approached, leaning lightly on the bank as if to hug him. The tigress followed, stopping a few steps away, quietly observing with a wary but not aggressive gaze. From the first meeting, the leopard gepard began to visit him every few months, bringing small prey as a thank you gift. The first gift was a small rabbit, which the leopard had caught to show gratitude. He smiled slightly, put the rabbit on the ground so that the tigress could receive it and then give it to the cub. The next time, the cub brought squirrels, small birds, and sometimes a lost baby monkey. Each time he received a gift, he deeply felt the precious affection between humans and wild animals. Over time, he and the cub became strange friends. He stopped working, bent down to stroke the smooth, striped fur. The cub turned around, curled up on the bank, growling softly as if sharing joy. The mother tiger followed, her gentle eyes reflecting the sunset in the rainforest. Each meeting was quick before the mother leopard herded her cub into the forest. Mr. David took the time to chat with his wild instinct, placing his hand on his lips, making a soft grr sound. The cub obeyed, growling in response, as if understanding the strange language of humans. The mother tiger glanced at him, then nuzzled her cub to cuddle with her. Seeing that scene, he felt happy. Maternal love had transcended all species boundaries. One day he opened his animal behavior notebook, recording each day the leopard visited. He noticed that the leopard cub was becoming bolder and no longer avoiding humans. On the contrary, its hunting ability remained agile, which both surprised and worried him. One late afternoon, he invited a few other farmer friends to come and watch, telling him the story of how he saved the leopard. Everyone was surprised and impressed. They stood far away from the stream bank to observe. The leopard cub appeared, slowly walked towards him, then turned to look at the other farmer seniors. His friends stepped back, admiring the leopard's affection for Mr. David. Mr. David reminded everyone not to disturb the mother and cub, to let them keep their own space. From then on, the stream bank area became the place where he and the leopard often met, a mark of a magical friendship. David's life became richer. Instead of just working in the salt fields, he also became a friend and protector of two tigers. And throughout the following rainy and sunny seasons, the image of the gepard leopard kneeling before him, its grateful eyes shining in the rain and forest, will always be a warm memory that will never fade. Thank you for accompanying our story. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to give more strength to the mission of protecting wild animals.